What's up, Taiwan? I'm Yvonne with news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Taiwan's flu epidemic is worsening with 10 more people dying from the disease last week. This brings the number of influenza deaths to 85 since October, the highest in a decade. Taiwan's Centers for Disease Control expects flu infections to peak around Lunar New Year towards the end of January. Officials are encouraging people to get vaccinated before traveling for the holidays. Female flight attendants and other staffers at Taiwan's flagship carrier are no longer required to wear skirts as their work uniform. China Airlines now lets female staffers choose between skirts or pantsuits. The change comes after Taiwan's National Human Rights Commission found airlines' dress codes violated an international gender discrimination treaty. An NGO in Taiwan has been collecting old shoes and donating them to remote underserved communities in Kenya for over a decade. They've since expanded their mission to 12 countries across Africa. Wesley Lewis has more.
A mountain of boxes of donated shoes fill this warehouse in northern Taiwan. Local NGO Step 30 is shipping them off to rural communities in Kenya. But first, a group of young volunteers has been tasked with sorting the good from the bad.
能帮他们弄鞋子好像也不错，但是有些人的鞋子真的都是寄了一些对他们没有帮助，就是希望大家可以认真挑选完鞋子再寄过来。
他们就是需要保护脚啊，拖鞋就没有全部包起来啊，就是有可能还是会有风险。
And this is where the donations are headed. Without proper shoes, people here are susceptible to tongiasis infections caused by sand fleas, which burrow into skin to lay eggs, causing itching, difficulty walking, and can even lead to death in extreme cases, especially among young children. It's a common issue in resource-poor, marginalized communities in tropical regions. To help alleviate this problem, Step 30 has been providing treatment for those affected by tongiasis and started their annual shoe drive.
我的岳父他是一个加拿大的传教士，那是我们学校里面的孩子双脚溃烂，因为被沙蚤感染。那岳父买鞋子给他们，那当然不够，所以后来我就在台湾知道这个消息，然后我们就募集了很多台湾人的鞋子，然后送到非洲去。
Yang Yo-ren has been spearheading this initiative for a decade now. Over the years, Step 30 has treated over 50,000 people with tongiasis and provided shoes to over 3 million people in remote communities across the African continent. They say they are committed to working with local community leaders to address the most pressing concerns.
Of the foreign NGO coming in and solving what they thought was the problem, the locals know the problem better.
Mudenyo says many young children in rural Kenya, especially girls, are forced to walk several kilometers to fetch water, multiple times a day, exposing them to parasitic sand fleas, among other dangers. Beyond donating old shoes, Step 30 has helped construct dozens of wells in rural communities and schools in Kenya and 11 other countries in Africa. Their mission over the years remains the same: to supply underserved rural communities with essential humanitarian aid, and to hopefully give disadvantaged children a leg up. James Lin and Wesley Lewis for TaiwanPlus.
Just over a month ago, Taiwan won its first major international baseball tournament at the WBSC Premier 12 Championship final held in Japan, and the excitement still lingers. Sandy Chi caught up with one of the team's star players to talk about the historic victory and what it means to him.
Victory for Taiwan at the WBSC Premier 12 baseball tournament, as the country's men's team claimed top spot for the first time in an international competition. And for pitcher Lin Yuming, it's all still a surreal experience.
我想哭可是哭不出来，因为感觉还没有反应过来，因为这对我们来说其实是一个梦，所以我觉得有点很不可思议的感觉。
21-year-old Lin is one of the top pitchers from Taiwan. He's expected to start the 2025 season with the Reno Aces, a AAA minor league team in the U.S. state of Nevada. Lin is known for his diverse pitching repertoire that has attracted attention in Taiwan and now internationally, especially after his performances in the Premier 12 Championship. Throughout the tournament, Lin remained positive and optimistic for the team, despite fans doubting Team Taiwan's chances. The roster had been thinned out, with several star players unavailable due to injury and other issues.
当初我觉得就是，其实看到这种阵容的时候，我其实蛮开心的，因为我觉得就是可以为以这次的比赛去做一个经验，然后让这些选手更有经验这样子。
The team beat South Korea in their opening game and eventually advanced from the group stage at their expense. Taiwan played Japan 3 times during the tournament, losing the first 2 encounters before stunning the hosts in the gold medal game. Throughout all of this, Lin took it upon himself to find ways to bring the team together.
Baseball 是一个 team 嘛，是一个团体的比赛，不是打个人的。那怎么支持？我觉得就是相信自己的捕手，相信自己的内野手、外野手。
And now, with this Premier 12 championship title, Lin says the tournament has taught him a valuable lesson.
其实这一次就是让你学到一个永不放弃吧，梦想也会发生的东西吧，梦也可以就是实现的东西。因为其实在对旅外旅美的选手都知道，对我们来说，上大联盟是一个 dream， 我们不敢去奢求，我们只希望可以去靠近它一点点而已。那其实经过这一次12强之后，我觉得上大联盟不是在一个 dream 而已，不是只是一个梦想而已，我觉得是真的可以达到的东西。
With the dream now showing promise of becoming reality, Lin wants to make his mark on the sport.
一个选手他绝对不会去模仿另外一个很强的选手，因为我觉得你这么做已经不是你自己了。像今天大家说哦，秀黑，我想跟他做一样的动作，跟他穿一样的品牌，然后做一样的东西，那我就会变下一个秀黑。那为什么你不要变下一个自己，变一个新的 superstar， 然后去比过秀黑？
Winning the Premier 12 tournament is no easy feat, and for all the players, it's an experience to savor and remember forever. And it won't be long before Lin Yuming is back on the mound, striking out the opposition and holding his future in his fastball flinging hands. Luffy Lee and Sadie Chi for TaiwanPlus.
The Taipei Zoo has welcomed some new members to its animal family, 5 bush babies, a small primate from Africa. Cadence Quaranta reports.
A new year and a new beginning for this bush baby, one of 5 brought into Taiwan illegally, and now settling in to a new home at the Taipei Zoo.
有2批的话，大概是从县市政府从民众非法饲养那边有查气进来，然后另外1批的话是从海关那边，就是机场那边从外面来的。
Native to sub-Saharan Africa, these nocturnal animals need specialized care, and zoo officials say members of the general public who will likely lack training should not try to raise them. They could harm the animals' health by feeding them the wrong food, or by raising these normally social creatures in isolation. The rescued bush babies, which naturally live in forests, have been put into the zoo's indoor rainforest exhibit, a new home that is now open for visitors. Patrick Chen and Cadence Quaranta for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. You can visit the TaiwanPlus website or follow our social media for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, we take you to the Masters and Contemporary Art Museum in Copenhagen for an exhibition featuring the early works of renowned artist Banksy. I'm Yvonne. Take care, and I'll see you next time.
For more stories from Peru and around the world, download the TaiwanPlus app.